All right, court is calling 2023 CR 4304, State of Texas versus Alexander Lee Politos. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Brittany Mitchell for the state.
Defense,
John Pettis for defense.
are you Mr. Politos? Counsel, have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
Sorry, Judge. Say that again.
Have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Politos, I'm showing you what's entitled application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Judge.
State, it appears you're proceeding on the indictment as presented. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with violation of sex offender registration annually? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Off the record for a moment, excuse me. Do you need to blow your nose or do you need some help? All right, that's no problem. I mean, if you need some Kleenex, we will give you Kleenex. But the sniffing is not great. All right. We're back on the record. And did you intend to give those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide any defenses?
Yes, Judge.
Just 1 second. I'm sending an email telling them how hot it is in this court. Am I the only person?
Sure.
Just 1 second. I sent them an email. All right, we're back on the record. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Judge.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Judge.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Politos, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this
No,
plea?
Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial, showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, there's a $500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. You to comply with Chapter 62 registration. And of course, you'll be supervised by the sex offender unit. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it?
Yes,
In
Your Honor.
both places. Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Judge.
Outside the plea bargain agreement, state is recommending that you deferred adjudication be for a term of 5 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 100 hours of community service, restitution, and 180 days in the Bexar County Jail. With regards to the community service hours, my understanding is there are no community service hours available for sex offenders.
My understanding is you have to buy those out, Judge.
All right. So did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence
Mr. Honor, State offers State's Exhibit 1 and its attachments.
No objection, Judge.
showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. The court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Mr. Politos, why didn't you report?
Because Your Honor, I made a mistake and it slipped my mind and I'm not gonna deny.
No, you didn't make a mistake.
I
It's a
did.
choice.
It's a choice. Yes, I understand that.
So why didn't you report?
I just forgot, Your Honor. I'm not gonna lie.
How can you forget that?
Because I had a lot of going on right now and I guess
What was going on right now?
I had a lot to do with my job. I was working every day, constantly, every morning. And I tried to get a day off from my boss, but my boss was trying to be, I already asked for a day off. And once I get that day off, I gotta wait extra months just to get another day off. Because that's how my job likes to work. And I'm not gonna lie, sit here and lie to you.
All right, when people keep telling me they're not going to lie to me, or if they say in all due honesty or with all due respect, what's coming after that usually is not respect, not honesty.
But I know I accept this. I know I made my mistake and I accept my punishment, Your Honor.
No, I mean, it was a mistake. You made a choice.
Yes, sorry about that, Your Honor.
No. I mean, people always have a different definition of mistake than I have. All right. Does anybody want to speak to this 180 days? Is this 180 days for punishment? What is it for?
It's punishment, Judge,
All right.
as a condition of deferred.
So is this the first time he's missed reporting?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. This is what the court will do. The court will sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication. You must report. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Chapter 62 registration. He's to be supervised by the sex offender unit. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. And the court saw that the deferred adjudication for his underlying case was only 3 years. That sort of tells me a little bit about that case. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be 100 hours of community service restitution. Since you're not allowed to do actual community service hours and there's no choice, I usually let people buy it out at $7.25 per hour. I'll let him buy that at $6 an hour.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. There's to be a $500 fine that will be probated. Are there drug issues with you?
No, Your Honor.
There's to be regular UAs. He can do the patch if he wants to do the patch since he works. Now, does anybody want to speak to this 180 days?
Judge, just,
Is this something you all agreed to in order for him to have deferred?
yes, Judge.
But you had to put it outside the line? Okay.
I don't know why it was outside the line, but it was part of the agreement.
All right, 180 days in the Bear County Jail as a condition. Probation, is there anything else he needs?
No, Your Honor.
Is there,
No, Your Honor.
right, is there anything else you need from the court?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so it'll be 180 days in the Bear County Jail as a condition of probation. How long have you already been in jail?
4 months, Your Honor.
I'll give him credit for any time served. with regards to that?
Thank you, Judge.
Going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Okay, thank you. All right, we can go off the record, and this court reporting is very important. You have to be in communication with your probation officer. If there's an issue with your employment, let probation know, because probation may be able to work around that. But with regards to the registration, you must register. If you do not, you're looking at potentially 10 years in the prison. So here on out, if your employer doesn't let you leave to register, and if you have not made some sort of arrangements to register, there's only one question you need to ask yourself. Is this job potentially worth me going to prison for 10 years? Because I will keep it, let me just say this, I will keep an open mind, but registration is like strict liability. It's, were you supposed to register and did you register? Those are the only two questions. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge. No big excuse.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hello,
Judge.
what are we doing with this case?
It's gonna be a plea with a recommendation.
All right. Court is calling 2021 CR 2745, State of Texas versus Davis Alexander Villegas. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Travis Banks of the state of Texas.
Defense?
Raymond Bell for the defense.
All right. And are you Davis Alexander Villegas?
That's me, ma'am.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision and states motion to supplement pending motion to revoke probation. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
My attorney, yes, he showed it to me.
All right. Are you the same Davis Alexander Villegas who was placed on community supervision in 2021 CR 2745 for the offense of assault, bodily injury, married cohabitation on April 11, 2022 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Correct.
All right, state.
Related condition number 2, on or about and this is from the first motion to revoke.
Okay.
On or about the 31st day of March, 2023 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Davis Alexander Villegas, defendant there, failed to submit to drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, or a duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Be true.
All right, state.
The state will waive and abandon the other violations.
Any objections?
Objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to $4,000 fine and up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail? Did you understand?
That's correct.
No, did
Yes,
you
Your
understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
That's correct, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there an agreement?
Somewhat, Your Honor. I think the agreement is that he be revoked. The state is asking the court to sentence him to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. And I'll let defense.
All right,
And
defense.
Judge, that's correct. We're just asking the court consider sentencing him, performing the sentence to 6 months. Mr. Vegas makes no excuses for what he did, made a choice, quite frankly. He missed and then he got scared and chose not to keep coming back in. He's had a lot of time to think about it, Judge. He's been sitting in jail now for about 61 days, 62 days. And he's determined, given his circumstances, that it's best to grant the motion at this point and assess some jail time. He would just ask the court consider reforming the sentence to the 6 months as opposed to the year.
All right, anything you wish to say, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you
Yes.
raise your right hand?
Right hand.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
David Villegas.
Yes, what would you like to say?
I would like to say thank you for the offer of probation. I did relapse on alcohol, and which gave me I'm gonna be truthfully and honest with you. And that's the reason why I didn't go report. I was going through a little bit of difficulty in life, and my choice was to look for a way out with drinking, and that was my choice, which led to I didn't report. So I just wanted to be honest with the court. You know what? So after this, I'm able to go back to living my regular life and able to work and be a positive, productive member of society.
But you cannot go back to living your regular life because your regular life is gang affiliation and it's drugs. And from when I first, my mind is a steel trap. When I first sentenced you, from that day to now, you are looking a little bit worse for wear because you've lost more weight and you're using more than just alcohol.
That's correct, ma'am. I did relapse on methamphetamine.
Well, no, I mean, you just threw out alcohol. You didn't say anything about meth. So you have an issue. All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a choice. Here are your choices. Let me see how long you've been on.
About 2 years, Judge.
All right. I can continue you and send you to SATA. But I'm not sure. Vashawn, will SATA take him for gang affiliation?
No, Your Honor.
Ah,
That's been part of the problem, Judge.
is there any place else that would take him? Because he's on misdemeanor probation and he only has about a year remaining.
They can take them, however, this be extended.
Yeah, we can't extend him. That's a problem. Will ISF take him?
No, Your Honor.
No.
State ISF, yes, Your Honor, they'll take them.
All right. So you have a choice, and this is your choice. One, if you truly want help with your drug problem, then I will send you to state ISF. I will continue you. Or two, I will sentence you in the Bexar County Jail to 1 year. Either way, your time is going to pass. So which would you prefer?
I prefer to get help, ma'am.
Okay.
Sitting in the jail.
No.
Month wait.
Yeah, you're going to wait for transfer.
Yes. Right now, I think it's about 30 days, Judge, give or take.
Yes.
Your Honor, he will need to be extended for that program as well.
We can't extend him.
So
I mean, can they just start treatment with him?
can you just give me this, maybe 5 minutes?
Sure. Just give us a moment. Okay, we'll see what happens. Okay. Yes.
Just trying to see.
We'll just do those for state ISF. Even if we just do the one track, it's just not enough time left on this probation for them to consider it.
Okay.
I am checking with someone over at Lifetime
Mhm.
to see if they would accept him with the gang status.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting for her to get back to me.
All right.
She's verifying it right now.
We'll wait because if he can't go to inpatient, then I'm going to have to revoke you. So they'll see if Lifetime Recovery will accept him inpatient.
Okay, Judge.
All right, so just give us a moment. She's going to check on that. And counsel, if you want to talk to him about it and explain to him about Lifetime Recovery.
I'll explain. Yes, ma'am.
All right, so just give us a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Gang affiliation.
All right, so we're back on the record. In 2021 CR 2745, State of Texas versus Davis Alexander Villegas. Mr. Villegas, Lifetime Recovery will accept you into their inpatient treatment program. So you have a choice. I can sentence you to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail, or I can send you to Lifetime. Which would you prefer?
Oh, what's the wait on the Lifetime, ma'am?
What's the wait?
I'll
Up to
take,
2 weeks.
I'll take recovery, man.
All right, see, here's the thing. When people say, what's the wait time? Then that makes me wonder if you're really prepared for recovery. Because if you're really prepared for recovery, the wait time can be whatever the wait time will be. So are you sure this is something you wish to do?
Your Honor, yes. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
All right. So I'll deny the motion. alternate amend conditions to include lifetime recovery, defendant is to remain in custody until transported to lifetime. And I'm going to want a GPS on him. I know they do GPS at lifetime recovery. So we're going to do full GPS.
Would the court consider waiving fees, Judge? I'm court appointed and I don't think he's got.
Oh, I'll ask that fees be waived or deferred.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, is there anything else?
Nothing further from the state here.
Probation is, oh, I'm sorry,
No, from the bench.
probation. Is there anything else he needs?
Your Honor, did you want to add any possible ways?
We'll do the UA hotline until further notice. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
To tell you the truth, I would just like to take whatever is offered within like parenting classes
Oh, I've already ordered that.
or I just want to get my life back on track, man.
Okay. All right, we can go off the record. Lifetime Recovery is going to accept you. Do not bring that gang nonsense to their doorstep. Do you understand?
I understand you.
And if there is any type of issue that occurs where you're bringing drugs to Lifetime Recovery, we're going to have an issue. Do you understand?
I understand you.
All right. All right, good luck
Thank
to you.
Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Could I have the parties announced for the record for the state,
Stacey Harrington.
for the defense?
Anthony Cantrell.
Are you David Allen Martin?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
I did, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Barton, I'm going to show you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Judge. No, I'm sorry, Judge. This is 4087.
Yes.
State is proceeding solely on count one, waiving and abandoning all remaining counts. And do you have both cost numbers? Or are we
Yes.
just doing one at a time?
No, I'm going to go to that first one, that one next. I just want to make sure we have this one.
No problem. Judge.
So you're waiving counts 2 through 13?
That's correct, Judge.
Any objection?
No objections.
And then the next case is 2023 CR 4088, State of Texas versus David Allen Martin. Counsel, have you received all the discovery in that case?
I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery in that cause number. Mr. Martin, in that case, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Judge. State is proceeding solely on count one and waiving and abandoning the remaining counts.
No objections.
Okay. So count 2 through 5 are waived without objection. And the cause number ending in 4087, you're charged with the offense of promotion of child pornography as a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. And the cause number ending in 4088, you're charged with sexual assault of a child. The range of punishment for that offense is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and a possible fine of $10,000. Did you understand? And each cause number, if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Martin, in each of the cause numbers, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
In each cause number, the state is requesting that your punishment be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. There are no applications. The cause numbers will run concurrently. State will take in consideration 2023 CR 4144, 2023 CR 4143, and there's to be Chapter 62 compliance in each cause number. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
In each cause number, I'm showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Then in count one, ending in the cause number 4088, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
And cause number ending in 4087 to count one, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State any evidence to support the defendant's pleas of guilty.
State offers State's Exhibit 1 and all attachments in each cause number.
No objections.
In each cause number, I'm showing you what's entitled wavering consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review those documents with your attorney? Did you understand them and did you sign them in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same.
And just to note for the judge, stipulations are the same in each cause number.
All right, thank you so much. All right, in each cause number at the review in State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. In each cause number, the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, have you spoken with the complainant?
Yes, Judge.
And is she aware of this?
She is, Judge. She's actually currently in juvenile detention.
Okay.
She received a tampering with evidence case, and we're actually trying to get her treatment at this time, Judge. So she is aware.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor, we just asked the court to follow the plea bargain.
All right, what would you like to say?
I don't have anything to say.
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you. You need to speak up.
I'm sorry for my actions, man.
Oh, are you sorry for your actions or is it because your attorney told you to say you're sorry?
I'm sorry for my actions. It's just a lot.
Are you married?
A lot of resort. I plan on getting married.
Who are you getting married to? Does she know about this case?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
She's in the courtroom.
So she knows that you
You know,
were having sex with an underage child.
honest with her about it.
I'm sorry,
I
what?
was honest about it with everything.
And she still wants to be with you. Do you have any children?
I do not.
All right, and I see that the child was 16. Well, I mean, not you believe so. In the police report, it says that she told you she was 16.
She didn't tell me anything.
I think he found out after the fact.
He found out while they were together, Judge. Yes.
Okay, so you knew. And the person you're with who's here to be with you and support you, does she have children?
No, ma'am.
And how old is she?
She's 34.
And
She
who
knew the
is it?
complainant as well, Judge. She was there during this whole time.
What is her name?
She's in the police report. Lauren Messwich.
Let me find her in the police report. And you say it's Lauren, Lauren?
That's correct, Judge.
And how do you spell the last name?
I might chop it up. Messwich, Mesch, I believe, WICH. She's in one of the reports.
All right, let me see if I can find her. Do you know how to spell her last name?
It's MESH.
Would you like me to locate it for you, Judge?
Yes, please. Thank you. All right, it's Lauren Elizabeth, and the last name is Meschwitz. All right, and so she's the person who wanted to have a threesome with the underage person, correct? I'm sorry?
It was both of us.
All right. And cause number 4088, the court is going to find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 10 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. Time and money will not run concurrent. This will run concurrent with 2023 CR 4087. Take in consideration 2023 CR 4144. 2023 CR 4143. There's Chapter 62 compliance. No contact with the following: the complainant and Lauren Elizabeth Meschwitz, and give you credit for any time served. So your relationship with her is over. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Meschwitz, if you're not on the docket, you can leave the courtroom because your relationship with Mr. Martin is over. And cause number 4087, the court is going to sentence you to 10 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine. Time and money will not run concurrent. This will run concurrent with 2023 CR 4088. Take in consideration 2023 CR 4144, 2023 CR 4143, Chapter 62 registration. There's to be no contact with the complainant and no contact with Lauren Elizabeth Meschwitz. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right. And each cause number, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review those documents with your attorney? Did you understand them and did you sign them? All right. Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, whether you're telling me you knew she was only 16 or not, at the end of the day, you knew that the person that you were using was going through some drama in their life, and you were seeking to build your happiness off that person's misery. You cannot do that in this world. Do you understand? All right, at least good human beings do not. Good luck to you.